As world powers argue over the territorial integrity of Ukraine, Kyiv's Independence Square, known as the Maidan, remains occupied. Hundreds of protesters who helped oust President Viktor Yanukovych say they will not leave until corrupt politics in Ukraine are reformed. The head of the 14th Maidan self-defense group, Volodymyr Pak, has been here since the protests began in November.
At a minimum, we will stay until the end of the presidential election, as well as parliamentary elections at the end of 2015.
Moscow justifies its moves in Crimea by saying extremists took over Kyiv during clashes with security forces that cost nearly 100 lives. But while there are some marauding and menacing-looking gangs, the protest camp is remarkably peaceful. Joint patrols of volunteer self-defense groups and police are largely responsible, says Sergei Kolchanov, who helped organize them.
We called all the guys who were already patrolling the streets, organized a common meeting, and agreed among ourselves to set aside our differences because there are all kinds of people here and all kinds of political views.
Police Lieutenant Colonel Alexander Bilakony heads the Shevchenko District Patrol Department. He says the joint patrols restored faith in police and dropped street crime to levels not seen since the Soviet era.
I see that people want to continue cooperating with us as defenders of public peace. I think this is a good idea because it means public oversight over us, how we work, and on the other hand, we receive support from the public.
But police often patrol without uniforms to avoid reviving tensions. And while the streets are relatively calm, Ukraine's politicians face not only the might of Russia, but fulfilling the expectations of their own people. Volodymyr Groysman is Ukraine's vice prime minister for regional policy.
The
most important thing is that they have demands for the government. The government is not a separate entity. Those governing bodies have to carefully weigh each of their steps and service society in good faith and honorably. If they do this, then they will, more or less, end well.
As the sun sets on Independence Square, Ukrainians hope for a new dawn, bringing them peace and better leadership. Daniel Schearf, VOA News, Kyiv.